What's going on, guys? ShadowNinja here. I am back. I need a little bit of a break. I don't know. Everything's been a little bit too much. So I just need a little bit of a break, but I'm back here, and today we're going to be discussing what I think is the best PvE grenade launcher that is a legendary to use in Destiny 2 Season of Arrivals. Now, for one, this Truthteller is what I'm going to be talking about. It's not better than the Witherhorn, but when it comes to the Witherhorn being an exotic, that means you're going to be sacrificing certain things, and specifically with, you know, the Prophecy dungeon, you know, you need damage, so you're going to need Xenophage, and while I don't use Xenophage in this video because I didn't have it yet, you know, you're going to need something that does a lot more damage down range, more consistently, and Witherhorn obviously has a bug where it doesn't really help, and two, it you know, it just, you got to be careful because, you know, there's other exotics that are pretty good, and the Witherhorn does have a bug, again, that's going to glitch your damage output, so we can use Witherhorn. So the Truthteller is next online, and honestly, I think it's really powerful, especially if you need to have a Xenophage or other exotics that provide more damage than obviously the Witherhorn for bosses. So with that being said, the Truthteller, the three perks I have here, basically we have Feeding Frenzy, we have Blinding Grenades, and we have Volatile Launch. These three perks are obviously the main perks that help this weapon a lot. Now I also have Quick Draw, but you know, again, Quick Draw on a grenade launcher, you know, it's not maybe too important. But I think one of the best things is that I have a masterwork for reload speed, so it can make the reload speed so much more faster. I gotta obviously trigger, you know, update it, upgrade it. I haven't done any of that. I don't know why, but yeah, in general, these three perks make this grenade launcher super effective. Now, what makes it also great is that in the new, you know, dungeon, you're gonna be pretty underpowered. You know, there's gonna be 1060 a boss, adds everything, and for me, I was a 1048 at the time. And at the same time, it's like, oh, we're getting smoked, so we need to make sure that we can blind opponents, we can blind enemies, and when it comes to any high damage, annoying, you know, ad group out there, the Truthteller is certainly one of the best options to have due to the fact that you can suppress the enemies all the way up to high tier enemies. Now, one thing that you cannot suppress are mini bosses, like named bosses that are like, you know, giant knights or whatever, or even bosses themselves. You can't suppress them, blind them with this weapon. Only ogres, high tier ads, you know, in the dungeon you're gonna see I can suppress ogres, I can suppress all these knights. These things were pretty effective in terms of, you know, making sure that our team, our fire team, had things under control. So for the most part, I wasn't getting kills with this grenade launcher. The purpose of this grenade launcher was not to get killed. It was to make sure that the ads that were annoying, that were all over the place, that were swarming us, were suppressed to give our fire team enough time to put out damage, wipe them out, and control the ad situation, as well as, you know, any big boss like an ogre spawning in, we can go in and we can literally suppress them, easily wipe them out, and then bam, we have a corner of safety net when it comes to this final room. So yeah, the grenade launcher is pretty effective in terms of just controlling the situation in PvE. Sometimes in PvE, especially if you're underpowered or just you're dealing a, you know, a higher tiered activity, you do want suppression because it does help out a lot. It makes your life so much easier, and it's something that, you know, is very good to have. But yeah, this Truthteller is pretty good. If you guys haven't got it already, I recommend you guys do get it. Now, that again, I highly recommend Volatile Launch, you know, Feeding Frenzy, and Blinding Grenades. These three perks are pretty important in my opinion for this grenade launcher to make it effective. Again, suppressing, blinding enemies in massive, you know, blast radiuses definitely makes your life easier. So if you guys are looking for a PvE grenade launcher that is not the Witherhorn, that you can use a more damage output like Xenophage or something in your builds, the Truthteller should be something you should want to use because, again, it suppresses the enemies, and that is what this grenade launcher is all about. With that being said, let me know what you guys think about this Truthteller. Are you guys excited to check it out, get these perks? If you guys got this perks, you guys like it, don't like it, let me know down below. But yeah, again, I have a great time with this grenade launcher simply for the fact that it makes high tier enemies a lot less annoying. With that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe for more Destiny 2 content like this. With that being said, hope you guys have a good one. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.